Move over, kids. Tomorrow, Nintendo breaks a 26-year-old promise that they made to the United States Congress.
And let me say that for the record, I want to state that Night Trap will never appear on a Nintendo system. Will never appear on a Nintendo system. Will never appear on a Nintendo system. On a Nintendo system.
Why did Nintendo make this promise? Because at the time, there was no rating system. Imagine going to the movies nowadays and seeing no rating system. You don't know if this movie is R or PG or whatever, G-rated. It could be anything. It could be anything. And basically, that's how video games were back in the day. Until Mortal Kombat and Night Trap, for whatever reason. Now, there was other games like Doom that was pretty, shoot 'em up, gory, whatever. But Night Trap and Mortal Kombat are the two that got the most heat. Video games companies were brought before Congress. And boy, that Nintendo guy who made that promise, he laid into Sega.
So I can't sit here and allow you to be told that somehow the video game business has been transformed today from children to adults. It hasn't been, and Mr. White, who is a former Nintendo employee, knows the demographics as well as I do. Furthermore, I can't let you sit here and buy this nonsense that this Sega Night Trap game was somehow only meant for adults. The fact of the matter is, this is a copy of the packaging. There was no rating on this game at all when the game was introduced. Small children bought this at Toys R Us, and he knows that as well as I do. When they started getting heat about this game, then they adopted the rating system and put ratings on it.
Do you know what Night Trap is? Basically, Night Trap is a game where there's these weird creatures, okay? They're kind of like zombies. They're wrapped up like mummies. They have a thirst for blood like vampires. They have a futuristic device that actually sucks the blood, and then the blood goes into like a Ghostbuster-esque backpack. Yeah, so they're really weird creatures. They don't talk to them. They're like, oh. For whatever reason, they're at this certain house, and there's going to be a slumber party at this house, and so these girls in their PJs and nighties, and at the time, scantily clad was the description. By today's standards, it's nothing. And I mean, not nothing. I mean, it's like, it's laughable. But that's today's standards. We're talking 90s. But there's a guy on the outside. He's part of a SWAT team, and he's watching the house, and he has set up traps to capture the monsters. He doesn't want the girls to know that they're in danger, though. The SWAT team is trying to capture these beasts. Basically, a beast will come to attack a girl, but then a trap will be set. They'll fall through the floor, and then the girls will just be happily go about their business, won't go about their party or whatever. And it's kind of like a Friday the 13th, or Evil Dead, just campy type of feel to it. The acting's atrocious, and that's right, there is acting. These are actual actors and actresses. They were filmed out in a studio in California, and then they took those scenes and they put them in place in the video game, and so you actually have real people that you are trying to quote-unquote save, and you can see the actual terror. Making this video, I went back and watched a couple of the scenes, and as a 38-year-old dad, I'm looking at these scenes and I'm like, I guess I wouldn't want my kid to play this game. My kid's 6. Okay, he just had a birthday. He was, in my other videos, I referred to him as a 5-year-old, but he just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Abraham. But I wouldn't want my kid playing this because there's this definitely here. Okay, I'm about to show you one scene. I'm going to show you a scene. To me, it's a little grotesque. I'm going to set it up a little. It's like, it's not grotesque in gore factor, and even by today's standards, it's really nothing. But to me, I don't know, the terror on the girl's face. There's 3 guys who come out and they actually put the device on her, and you can see the device go in. Yeah, there's something creepy about me trying to, I think, defend this scene. But again, it's make believe. I don't know. I want you to tell me what you think of this scene. Does this scene disqualify the game as something that people should play. I actually played Night Trap back in the day. I borrowed a Genesis from my friend to see what all the hullabaloo was about Genesis, actually. He just happened to have a Sega CD, and he happened to have Night Trap, and I played it. I didn't even know there was a controversy around it. And I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. I played it. I remember these scenes back in the day. I don't go to slumber parties. I don't murder people at slumber parties. And I think I am a contributing member of society. You be the judge. However, looking at it from the perspective of a 38-year-old dad who watched this scene, it does make me a little uncomfortable. It does bring up, like, my kid would ask some questions. So I'm glad my kid is not going to be able to play it, but I still am going to play it. Tell me, is this too creepy of a scene? Watch it.
It's gonna work. You're not scaring me. Wait. What are you doing now? Leave me alone.
There is a part of me that feels creepy, though, after watching that scene. Like, I'm defending it. I know it's just make-believe and there's other things worse, but I don't care. I don't like to use that excuse, well, there's other things worse. Well, just because there's other things worse doesn't make something good. It doesn't make something good. However, I still feel that the campiness of this game and that scene is just, you know what, I'm going to make sure that scene doesn't happen because I'm going to save all the girls. So tomorrow, if you want a piece of video game history, literally this is a piece of video game history, and because it brought about pretty much a fundamental change in video games where they set up a rating board system, and that's, like I said, that's why we have E for everyone, E10 plus, M for mature. All that stuff is because of games like Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. Specifically, those two games are mentioned in the reason why the rating system is there. And tomorrow, you can literally go on July 6th, 2018, get a limited run version of Night Trap, the standard edition or collector's edition, which will have a actual VHS tape of all the cutscenes. And if the VHS doesn't scream 90s, I don't know what will. You know what will? This video game. And so I am going to play it. I am going to probably stream it and do a review. I am definitely looking forward to it. But what do you think? Do you think that this game should have just... Nintendo should have kept their promise? Do you think this game should have just stayed forgotten? Well, it wouldn't have, actually, because it got re-released recently on the PS4 by Limited Run Games as well. So this game will kind of always be with us. It's kind of a cult classic at this point. Critically, it did not do well, but from a standpoint of the cult classic campiness, it's phenomenal. So let me know your thoughts if I should just not touch this garbage, or if it's like, whatever, if you like it, you like it. If you want to play it, play it. It's all you. So anyways, have a great day. It is dangerous to go alone. Please share this video with a friend, and are you going to pick it up? Remember, it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Limited Run Games. I'll post a link below. Have a great day.